Welcome back, American coin hunter. The 1992 Lincoln Cent is one of those coins that looks simple at first glance, but when you start examining it closely, it opens up a fascinating story of design, minting, and the subtle variations that make coin collecting so compelling. At first glance, you see the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln facing right, the 16th President of the United States, whose portrait has graced the penny since 1909. The coin's obverse was designed by Victor David Brenner, a master sculptor, whose work has endured over a century. The words "In God We Trust" appear above Lincoln's head, Liberty to the left, and the date 1992 to the right, accompanied by the small mint mark for the Denver Mint, indicated by a D, or the Philadelphia Mint, which sometimes carries no mint mark at all. This simple arrangement masks the complex processes that go into making millions of pennies each year. The composition of the 1992 penny is something collectors often note. Unlike pennies minted before 1982, which were made of 95% copper, the 1992 cent has a core of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating of 2.5%. This composition change, introduced in 1982, dramatically altered the coin's weight, making it lighter at about 2.5 grams compared to the 3.11 grams of pre-1982 pennies. It is precisely this attention to weight, metal composition, and subtle design features that has allowed collectors to identify errors, die varieties, and other rarities that can make a 1992 penny far more interesting than its face value might suggest. Among these variations, one of the most famous is the so-called close AM and wide AM varieties. On certain 1992 pennies, the letters A and M in AM of America appear closer together or farther apart, depending on the die used in striking the coin. This minor difference is often imperceptible to the casual eye, but can be a goldmine for numismatists who know what to look for. The close AM variety is rarer and can command hundreds or even thousands of dollars in high-grade conditions, especially if certified by a reputable grading company. These differences are part of what makes studying coins endlessly fascinating, turning what many consider a mundane object into a piece of history and a potential investment. Errors also make the 1992 penny collectible. Strike errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet defects appear occasionally, making some coins more desirable than others. A double die on the obverse, where Lincoln's features or lettering appear doubled, can significantly increase the coin's value. Similarly, off-center strikes, where the image is not perfectly aligned on the coin blank, are rare and prized by collectors. Every subtle flaw tells a story about the manufacturing process at the Denver or Philadelphia Mint, where millions of coins are produced with incredible precision. Yet human and machine errors still sneak through, creating these unique collectibles. Even the reverse side of the 1992 penny holds historical significance. The Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, continues to grace the reverse, replacing the original wheat ears design used until 1958. For many, the Lincoln Memorial on the penny is more than a symbol. It is a miniature work of art that commemorates Lincoln's legacy and the ideals of the United States. Small details, like the lines representing the columns of the memorial, can also serve as markers of die wear or doubling, making each coin subtly different. Experienced collectors often examine these features under magnification, looking for anomalies or unique characteristics that might distinguish an ordinary penny from a collectible gem. The market for 1992 pennies reflects this complexity. While the vast majority of 1992 pennies are worth face value or a few cents each, specific varieties, especially those with mint errors or rare die characteristics, can be worth significantly more. The close AM variety in uncirculated condition, for example, can sell for several $100s, while rare errors certified in top grades can reach into the low thousands. The combination of historical significance, intricate design, and occasional manufacturing anomalies ensures that even a seemingly ordinary 1992 penny is never just a penny to collectors. Collecting pennies like the 1992 Lincoln Cent also teaches patience and careful observation. Coins are small, easily overlooked artifacts of daily life, yet each one holds a story of American history, artistry, and industry. A collector might spend hours sifting through rolls of pennies, examining each under magnification, searching for that subtle difference in the AM, or a tiny die crack that distinguishes a common coin from a rare one. It is this meticulous attention to detail, combined with a knowledge of history and numismatic principles, that allows a collector to recognize the value hiding in plain sight. As we delve deeper into the 1992 penny, it's essential to understand the significance of mint marks and production details. The Philadelphia Mint, often unmarked, and the Denver Mint, identified by a small D beneath the date, were responsible for striking millions of pennies in 1992. These subtle mint marks not only tell collectors where the coin was made, but can also influence its desirability and value. For example, the Close AM variety struck at the Denver Mint is slightly rarer in circulation than its Philadelphia counterpart, making it a hot target for collectors. Additionally, the process used to strike these coins, involving high-speed presses and hardened steel dies, is susceptible to small variations, and that's exactly where the collectible magic happens. Errors in minting are one of the most exciting aspects of coin collecting. One of the rarest and most valuable types of error on a 1992 penny is the double die. This occurs when the die itself has an extra impression, resulting in doubled images or letters on the coin's surface. On the 1992 Lincoln cent, this might appear as doubled lettering in Liberty or In God We Trust, or even slight doubling on Lincoln's profile. While many double dies are minor and go unnoticed by casual collectors, a properly recognized and certified double die can drastically increase a coin's market value, sometimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition and rarity. Another type of mint error that collectors covet is the off-center strike. In this case, the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned with the die, resulting in part of the design being missing or shifted. The more pronounced the off-center strike, the rarer and more desirable the coin can become. Similarly, planchet errors, such as incomplete metal layering or improper alloy composition, can create unique coins that are both visually striking and valuable. Each one tells a story of the minting process, where even with the most precise machines, minor imperfections can escape quality control, giving birth to a collectible anomaly. Weight and composition are also key points of interest. The 1992 penny's 2.5-gram zinc-copper composition means it is lighter than older pre-1982 copper pennies, which is something collectors keep in mind when assessing coins for authenticity and condition. Subtle differences in weight can indicate whether a coin is genuine, altered, or part of a rare error batch. Coins from circulation may lose tiny amounts of weight due to wear, but uncirculated examples retain their full mass, which is one factor in grading and market value assessment. The design itself has an elegance that belies its small size. Lincoln's portrait on the obverse has a solemn dignity, his features sculpted in careful relief by Brenner. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, is no less detailed, with columns, steps, and a subtle engraving of Lincoln's statue visible within the structure. Even the smallest scratches, die marks, or doubling on these areas can become identifiers for collectors. Many enthusiasts use magnification to inspect coins for these subtleties, sometimes even documenting them for future sales or certification purposes. The attention to detail, the artistry, and the tiny variations all contribute to why the 1992 penny is more than just currency. It's a piece of American history. The market for these coins is surprisingly active. While millions of 1992 pennies were minted and most circulate at face value, collectors are willing to pay substantial amounts for rare varieties in pristine condition. For example, a well-preserved Close AM penny in uncirculated condition can fetch several $100s from serious buyers. Certified coins, graded by respected services such as PCGS or NGC, often command even higher prices because the grading ensures authenticity and assesses the coin's condition accurately. High-grade examples, particularly those with certified errors, are sought after not just in the United States, but internationally, reflecting a global interest in American numismatics. Collecting coins like the 1992 Lincoln cent requires patience, knowledge, and sometimes a bit of luck. Many collectors spend years studying varieties, minting processes, and market trends, building a nuanced understanding that allows them to identify coins with genuine collectible value. It's a blend of history, art, science, and even investment strategy, because rare coins hold intrinsic historical significance as well as tangible market value. The thrill of discovering a rare error or a high-grade close AM penny in a roll of seemingly ordinary coins is part of what makes this hobby endlessly fascinating. Coins also connect us to broader historical and cultural narratives. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, commemorates Abraham Lincoln's enduring legacy, a reminder of leadership, perseverance, and the story of the United States itself. Each 1992 penny, whether a common circulated example or a rare error variety, carries that historical resonance. Collectors who study these coins are engaging with history in a tangible, physical way, holding in their hands a piece of the past while analyzing the minutiae that determine its present-day value. When examining the 1992 penny, one of the first things collectors notice is the way circulation affects the coin's appearance and value. Circulated pennies often exhibit wear on Lincoln's cheekbones, jawline, and the folds of his coat, as well as on the details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Even slight rubbing or surface scratches can reduce a coin's grade, which in turn affects market value. Uncirculated or mint-state coins, in contrast, retain their original luster and sharpness, making them much more desirable to collectors. The grading system, ranging from poor P1 to mint-state 70 MS 70, provides a framework for evaluating the coin's condition. Coins graded in the higher MS range can command premium prices, especially if they feature rare varieties or errors. The rarity of certain varieties, like the close AM penny, adds another layer of intrigue. In the close AM variety, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse are unusually close together, a result of subtle differences in the dies used at the Denver or Philadelphia mints. This small variation, nearly invisible to the casual eye, makes the coin instantly recognizable to experienced collectors. The wide AM version, by contrast, is far more common and therefore generally holds lower value. Understanding these differences requires careful study, magnification, and often reference to authoritative guides or certified databases. Some collectors even collect multiple examples of the same year to compare the die varieties side by side, a practice that can deepen appreciation for the complexity of minting. Beyond die varieties, mint errors from 1992 can include double dies, where letters or design elements appear doubled due to misalignment of the die during production. Another rare phenomenon is die cracks, where small fractures in the die transfer onto the coin, creating raised lines across the surface. These minor imperfections are often subtle but, when recognized, can transform a standard penny into a collectible gem. Similarly, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other anomalies create coins that are both visually striking and highly sought after by collectors. The fact that such errors are unintentional adds to their mystique, making each coin a unique artifact of the minting process. Collectors also pay close attention to weight and metal composition. A 1992 penny's 2.5-gram zinc-copper composition makes it noticeably lighter than pre-1982 pennies, and any deviation from this can indicate a mint error or a counterfeit. Authenticity is crucial in coin collecting. Even a small variation in weight or thickness can dramatically affect value. Tools such as scales, magnifying glasses, and microscopes are standard for serious collectors, allowing them to examine each coin's details, from the height of the letters to the depth of the Lincoln relief. These examinations often reveal subtle die polishing marks or minor planchet imperfections that can further influence a coin's desirability. The market for 1992 pennies reflects both historical interest and collector enthusiasm. While the vast majority of these coins are worth only face value, rare varieties and high grades can fetch substantial sums. For example, a certified close AM penny graded MS 65 or higher could sell for several $100s, while coins with certified errors like doubled dies or off-center strikes can reach higher figures. International collectors are increasingly participating in the market, particularly in countries where U.S. coins are popular collectibles. Auctions, online marketplaces, and private sales all provide avenues for collectors to acquire these coins, often after careful research and authentication. Historical context also enhances a 1992 penny's appeal. Minted at a time when the U.S. economy was experiencing notable shifts, the coin represents more than just currency. It is a small piece of late 20th century American history. Lincoln's profile on the obverse serves as a constant reminder of his enduring influence, while the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse evokes ideals of unity, freedom, and perseverance. Even in everyday transactions, these coins silently connect millions of people to the past, and for collectors, this connection becomes tangible, almost like holding a miniature time capsule. The journey of a collector often begins with curiosity and patience. Many enthusiasts start by examining rolls of pennies found in circulation, searching for die varieties or unusual mint marks. Discovering a close AM variety or a subtle double die can be exhilarating, offering a rare glimpse into the complex minting process. Over time, collectors develop a deep understanding of the 1992 penny, learning to identify minute differences in design, composition, and strike quality. This knowledge transforms what might seem like an ordinary coin into a fascinating collectible with historical significance and real market value. When discussing the rarest 1992 pennies, attention immediately turns to those that have achieved notoriety among collectors due to their exceptional condition or unusual minting characteristics. High-grade close AM pennies, especially those certified MS 65 or above, are among the most sought-after examples. These coins are prized not only for their scarcity, but for the sharpness of the design elements. Lincoln's profile on the obverse appears crisp, his cheekbones and jawline well-defined, the folds in his coat distinct, and every letter perfectly formed. The reverse, featuring the Lincoln Memorial, shows all columns, steps, and even the tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a detail often missed by casual observers. Coins in such condition are extremely rare because the vast majority of 1992 pennies have circulated, acquiring scratches, nicks, and wear that reduce their collectible value. Among error coins, certain double dies and off-center strikes are particularly valuable. A double die on the obverse, where Liberty or the date 1992 appears doubled, is a classic example. These errors occur during the die preparation stage, often unnoticed until tens of thousands of coins are struck. When such coins survive uncirculated and are later certified by professional grading services, their market value can increase dramatically. Similarly, off-center strikes from 1992, where the coin blank was misaligned during the press strike, are rare and visually striking, sometimes appearing as if Lincoln's portrait is floating or truncated. The degree of off-center error affects value. Coins with extreme misalignment are rarer and command higher prices. The concept of grading is critical in evaluating a coin's worth. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state, MS, grades indicating uncirculated coins. MS 60 is the lowest mint state grade, showing minor imperfections, while MS 70 represents a flawless coin with perfect strike, luster, and surfaces. For collectors of 1992 pennies, even small differences in grade can significantly impact market value. For instance, a close AM penny graded MS 63 may sell for several $100s, while the same coin graded MS 67 or MS 68 could fetch thousands. Certification by trusted grading companies like PCGS or NGC not only confirms authenticity, but also ensures buyers of the coin's quality, which is especially important when trading high-value coins. Understanding market trends is another essential part of collecting 1992 pennies. The demand for rare varieties has steadily increased over the years, driven in part by awareness in the collector community and the rise of online auction platforms. Coins that were once overlooked in circulation can now be recognized as valuable discoveries, often selling at prices far higher than face value. Collectors often monitor auctions, sales records, and grading reports to determine realistic market prices for close AM pennies, double dies, or other error coins. Knowledge of past sales allows collectors to gauge demand and make informed decisions about buying, selling, or holding coins as part of a collection point. One of the fascinating aspects of collecting 1992 pennies is how small details make a significant difference. Even subtle die cracks, tiny scratches, or slight variations in the placement of letters can be crucial in determining a coin's rarity and value. Collectors frequently use magnification tools, photographic references, and detailed guides to study these differences, sometimes documenting each coin extensively before buying or selling. This meticulous attention to detail is part of what separates casual enthusiasts from serious numismatists and explains why some 1992 pennies can achieve high prices at auction or through private sales. It's also worth noting that provenance, the history of a coin's ownership, can add value. Coins that were part of well-known collections or purchased from reputable sources often sell for more than identical coins with unknown histories. Documentation of past ownership, certificates of authenticity, and professional grading reports all contribute to the market perception of a coin's value. For a collector seeking a 1992 close AM penny or a certified error, knowing the provenance can be as important as evaluating the coin's physical characteristics. Finally, the 1992 penny demonstrates the intersection of history, art, and investment. Collectors are drawn not only to the potential financial value, but also to the story behind the coin. Lincoln's image evokes the history of the United States. The minting process highlights technical skill and precision, and the subtle variations and errors reflect the complexity of mass production. A single 1992 penny can represent decades of history, human craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery, making it far more than just a 1-cent piece of currency. For serious collectors, understanding real-world examples of high-value 1992 pennies is both educational and inspiring. One of the most sought-after varieties is the close AM penny, which in top grades has sold for several hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on certification and market demand. There have been instances where MS 65 or MS 66 graded close AM pennies fetched hundreds of dollars at auction, demonstrating that even subtle differences in die placement or letter spacing can have significant financial implications. Collectors carefully study these coins under magnification, looking for perfect alignment of letters, clean surfaces, and the presence of mint luster, because these attributes directly impact a coin's grade and desirability. Error coins, such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and double dies, have occasionally achieved even higher market values. An off-center strike that displays Lincoln partially cut off or the Lincoln Memorial truncated can become an instant collectible, particularly if the misalignment is pronounced. These errors are rare because most coins with significant misalignment are removed during quality control at the mint. Clipped planchets, where the coin blank was improperly cut, can create unusual shapes that stand out visually, and when verified as authentic, they attract collectors who specialize in minting anomalies. Double die errors, where the image or lettering is doubled due to die misalignment, are among the most dramatic and desirable mistakes. A certified double die 1992 penny in mint condition can fetch thousands of dollars, especially if it exhibits strong doubling and has been professionally authenticated. Authentication is a critical step for collectors considering significant purchases. Trusted grading companies such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, play a pivotal role in determining a coin's grade, verifying its authenticity, and providing assurance to buyers. For a high-value 1992 penny, certification can make the difference between a minor sale and a major auction result. The certification process involves detailed examination under magnification, assessment of surface condition, and verification of die varieties or minting errors. Once certified, the coin receives a grade and is encapsulated in a protective holder, ensuring its preservation and market credibility. Collectors also pay attention to subtle indicators of rarity, such as die polishing marks, faint lines from die wear, or minor planchet imperfections. Even seemingly trivial characteristics can help identify a rare die pair or error. In some cases, a collector might compare multiple coins from the same roll or mint batch to determine which examples display the most distinct features. This methodical approach is part of what makes collecting 1992 pennies a rewarding endeavor. The satisfaction comes not just from owning a valuable coin, but from the process of discovery, study, and understanding the minting process in detail. Market strategies are another key aspect of collecting valuable 1992 pennies. Knowledge of past auction results, current online marketplace prices, and grading trends helps collectors make informed decisions about when to buy or sell. Coins with rare die varieties or significant errors often appreciate over time, especially if kept in pristine condition. Some collectors focus on acquisition, carefully building a portfolio of high-grade examples and certified errors, while others may specialize in identifying overlooked coins in circulation. Both approaches require patience, attention to detail, and a deep understanding of coin history and market dynamics. The fascination with the 1992 penny also stems from its connection to broader historical and cultural narratives. Lincoln's image on the obverse evokes the legacy of the 16th president, a symbol of leadership, perseverance, and national unity. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse connects collectors to ideals of freedom and justice, capturing a miniature piece of American heritage. Each coin, whether a common circulated penny or a rare error, carries these associations, allowing collectors to engage with history in a tangible, hands-on way. Even mundane coins from circulation, when examined carefully, can reveal surprising details and sometimes hidden collectible value. Education is another critical aspect of the hobby. Serious collectors often reference guides, websites, and professional publications to understand die varieties, mint marks, and error types. Learning to differentiate between close AM and wide AM varieties, spotting minor doubling, or recognizing off-center strikes can take years of study, but it is precisely this challenge that makes the pursuit so engaging. Knowledgeable collectors share their insights through clubs, online forums, and auction houses, contributing to a community that appreciates both the historical and financial aspects of coin collecting. Finally, the 1992 penny exemplifies how a small, seemingly ordinary object can carry profound significance. Its design, history, minting quirks, and market potential converge to make it more than just a 1-cent piece. Collectors treasure these coins not only for their value but for the stories they tell, the history they preserve, and the thrill of discovery they offer. Whether it's a close AM penny in pristine condition, a double die error, or an off-center strike, each 1992 Lincoln cent offers a window into the world of numismatics, a hobby that combines artistry, history, and careful study with the excitement of the hunt for rare treasures. For collectors who are serious about building a meaningful 1992 penny collection, understanding advanced techniques for finding, authenticating, and preserving coins is essential. Many enthusiasts start by examining rolls of coins from circulation, searching for subtle differences that indicate a close AM variety, a double die, or other minting anomalies. Patience is crucial, as the majority of pennies will be common wide AM types or standard circulated coins worth only face value. The thrill, however, comes from that rare moment of discovery, a coin that stands out from the ordinary, bearing characteristics that may significantly increase its value. This excitement is part of what makes collecting 1992 pennies a lifelong pursuit rather than a casual hobby. When it comes to authentication, magnification, and careful observation are indispensable tools. Collectors often use loupes, microscopes, or high-resolution imaging to examine every detail of the coin's surface. Subtle die lines, micro-scratches, and the spacing of letters on the reverse can confirm whether a penny is a close AM or wide AM variety. Similarly, die cracks, doubling, or off-center strikes must be carefully studied to determine authenticity. Even experienced collectors occasionally consult reference books or databases to compare their findings against known examples. This rigorous approach ensures that coins are not only valuable but genuinely collectible, providing confidence when buying, selling, or trading. Preservation is equally important. A coin's condition can dramatically influence its market value, and careless handling can reduce a high-grade penny to a standard circulated coin. Collectors handle coins by the edges, avoiding contact with fingers that can leave oils or scratches on the surface. Protective holders, capsules, or coin flips are standard storage methods, particularly for coins that are graded or intended for long-term collection. Environmental factors such as humidity, temperature, and light exposure also matter. Long-term preservation requires a stable environment to prevent tarnishing, corrosion, or other damage. Coins kept in pristine condition over decades often retain or increase their value, making careful handling and storage a worthwhile investment in itself. Another important aspect of advanced collecting is understanding market trends and recent auction results. Online marketplaces, numismatic publications, and auction houses provide detailed records of coins sold, including their grade, certification, and sale price. By tracking this information, collectors can gauge current demand for 1992 penny varieties, estimate realistic prices, and make informed decisions about buying or selling. For instance, a certified MS 66 close AM penny might sell for several $100s at auction, while a rare double die error could reach into the low thousands. Recognizing these market patterns allows collectors to build portfolios strategically, targeting coins that are likely to appreciate in value over time. Networking with other collectors is another key strategy. Coin clubs, online forums, and social media groups dedicated to Lincoln Cents provide opportunities to share knowledge, trade coins, and learn about newly discovered varieties. Experienced collectors often mentor newcomers, teaching them how to identify rare die varieties, recognize minting errors, and evaluate coin condition accurately. This sense of community adds a social and educational dimension to the hobby, making it more than just a pursuit of financial gain. Collectors exchange stories, tips, and even historical anecdotes about specific coins, enriching the experience beyond the numerical or aesthetic value of the coins themselves. Education about the history and artistry of the Lincoln cent is also vital. Understanding the life of Abraham Lincoln, the symbolism of the Lincoln Memorial, and the evolution of U.S. coinage enhances appreciation for every penny collected. The 1992 penny represents the culmination of decades of minting tradition, blending Victor David Brenner's original design with modern minting techniques and subtle die variations. Each coin carries a story of craftsmanship, technological precision, and historical context, which collectors internalize and share, transforming the hobby into a rich, immersive experience. Finally, the 1992 Lincoln cent demonstrates that even a small coin can carry immense significance. Its value is not only monetary but historical, artistic, and emotional. A collector who discovers a high-grade close AM penny, a rare double die, or an unusual error experiences the thrill of finding a tangible connection to history and the minting process. These coins offer a sense of accomplishment, pride, and appreciation for the skill and dedication of past and present mint workers. Collecting, studying, and preserving 1992 pennies allows enthusiasts to participate in a tradition that spans generations, combining the joy of discovery with a deeper understanding of American numismatics. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting 1992 pennies is seeing how exceptional coins have performed in the market over time. While most 1992 pennies are worth just 1 cent, rare varieties, uncirculated examples, and certified error coins have occasionally achieved remarkable prices at auction. High-grade close AM pennies, particularly those graded MS 65 or higher, are often the first examples collectors seek. These coins stand out for their sharp, well-defined features, with Lincoln's profile appearing crisp and clean, and the Lincoln Memorial showing clear columns and steps. Auction results for such coins demonstrate that careful preservation and professional certification can significantly enhance their value. Some examples of top-graded close AM pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars, reflecting the enthusiasm of collectors who recognize the subtle die variations that distinguish them from common pennies. Double die error pennies are another area where market value can spike dramatically. A 1992 penny exhibiting a pronounced double die on the obverse, where letters or numbers appear doubled due to a die misalignment during striking, is highly sought after. Coins with strong doubling and minimal will often fetch higher prices, especially when authenticated by a professional grading service. Similarly, off-center strikes, where Lincoln's profile or the Lincoln Memorial appears misaligned on the planchet, can create visually striking errors that attract collectors. The rarity of such errors makes them exciting finds, as they demonstrate the complex mechanics of minting and the occasional imperfections that slip past quality control. These coins often generate significant interest in online auctions and private sales, highlighting the dynamic market for 1992 pennies. Collectors also closely monitor auction houses and online sales platforms to understand trends in pricing and demand. Coins with verified error types or rare die varieties can appreciate over time, particularly when they are kept in pristine condition. Recent sales of high-grade close AM pennies and error coins illustrate that knowledge of grading, certification, and market dynamics is essential for serious collectors. By studying past auctions, collectors can identify patterns, such as which error types are most desirable or which grading levels command the highest premiums. This approach allows them to make informed buying and selling decisions, maximizing both the historical and financial value of their collection. Provenance plays an important role in high-value sales. Coins that originate from well-documented collections or reputable sources often achieve higher prices than similar coins with uncertain histories. Collectors and investors alike recognize the added credibility that provenance provides. Documented ownership, certificates of authenticity, and professional grading reports all contribute to a coin's market perception, reassuring buyers that the coin is genuine and of the stated grade. In some cases, coins from famous collections have sold at auction for significant sums, not only because of their rarity, but because of the story behind the coin and its previous owners. Advanced collectors also pay attention to subtle indicators of minting quality, such as dye polish lines, minor scratches from handling, or tiny planchet imperfections. These details can confirm the authenticity of rare varieties, distinguish between similar coins, and even indicate the specific dye used in the minting process. Coins with unique characteristics that are documented and verified often gain higher market value, as collectors appreciate both the rarity and the historical context of the piece. The ability to discern these features requires experience, careful observation, and sometimes consultation with experts or reference guides. Beyond the monetary and technical aspects, collecting 1992 pennies provides a tangible connection to American history. Abraham Lincoln's image on the obverse serves as a reminder of his enduring legacy, while the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse evokes national ideals of freedom, unity, and perseverance. Each coin, whether a common circulation penny or a rare error, carries these associations, creating a sense of continuity with the past. Collectors appreciate the artistry of Brenner's design, the precision of minting technology, and the subtle variations that arise during production, all of which make each 1992 penny a miniature piece of history. Finally, the 1992 penny exemplifies the intersection of history, art, science, and investment. Collectors derive satisfaction not only from the financial potential of rare coins, but also from the process of discovery, study, and preservation. The thrill of finding a close AM penny, a double die, or an off-center strike is matched by the joy of understanding the minting process and appreciating the historical significance of the coin. For enthusiasts, the 1992 Lincoln cent is much more than currency. It is a collectible artifact that combines craftsmanship, history, and the excitement of the hunt, making it a treasured part of any numismatic collection. For both beginners and experienced collectors, one of the most important aspects of collecting 1992 pennies is understanding how to spot potential value in coins that may seem ordinary at first glance. Many collectors begin by examining rolls of pennies from circulation, carefully looking for subtle differences that indicate the close AM variety, die errors, or other mint anomalies. A trained eye can detect variations in the spacing of letters, doubling of design elements, or irregularities in the coin's edge. Even minor features, such as faint dye lines or small cracks, can signal a rare variety, transforming an ordinary penny into a highly desirable collectible. The thrill of identifying these small details is part of what makes collecting so engaging, blending curiosity, knowledge, and patience into a rewarding experience. Professional grading plays a crucial role in establishing the value of a 1992 penny. Coins certified by PCGS, NGC, or similar services carry credibility in the marketplace, allowing buyers and sellers to agree on the coin's condition and authenticity. Grading involves meticulous examination of a coin's surfaces, strike quality, luster, and presence of any errors or anomalies. For instance, a close AM penny graded MS 65 or MS 66 is significantly more valuable than a similar coin in lower grades, as collectors are willing to pay premiums for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition. The combination of rarity, condition, and verified authenticity creates a tangible market value that can be tracked over time through auction results and sales records. Collectors also develop strategies to preserve their coins and protect them from damage. Handling coins by the edges, storing them in protective holders or capsules, and keeping them in stable environments with controlled temperature and humidity are essential practices. These precautions help maintain the coin's condition and prevent tarnishing, scratches, or other forms of deterioration. High-grade coins, particularly rare close AM pennies or certified error coins, benefit greatly from careful preservation, as even minor surface imperfections can impact grading and market value. Many collectors consider proper storage and handling as an investment in itself, ensuring that their coins retain their beauty and value for decades. The process of building a 1992 penny collection is also a journey of education. Enthusiasts study historical minting practices, review reference guides, and consult online databases to understand die varieties, mint marks, and error types. Learning to differentiate between close AM and wide AM pennies, recognizing off-center strikes, or identifying double dies requires both knowledge and practice. Over time, collectors gain the ability to evaluate coins quickly and accurately, spotting rare varieties that others may overlook. This expertise, combined with access to professional grading and authentication services, allows collectors to confidently acquire, trade, and sell coins in a competitive marketplace. Networking within the numismatic community adds another layer to the collecting experience. Coin clubs, online forums, and social media groups provide opportunities to share discoveries, trade coins, and learn from more experienced collectors. Mentorship and collaboration help newcomers avoid common mistakes, recognize rare varieties, and gain insights into market trends. For many, this sense of community is as rewarding as the coins themselves, offering a shared passion for history, artistry, and the thrill of discovery. Collectors often exchange tips on spotting mint errors, identifying die varieties, and navigating auctions, enriching the hobby with knowledge and camaraderie. The financial aspect of collecting 1992 pennies is also worth noting. While most pennies are worth face value, rare varieties and error coins in high grades can command significant prices. Tracking auction results and monitoring sales of certified coins allow collectors to understand market trends and make informed decisions. Coins like the close AM variety or a pronounced double die error can appreciate over time, making them not only collectible but also a potential investment. However, successful collecting requires careful research, patience, and an understanding of authenticity, grading, and market demand, rather than relying solely on speculation or hearsay. Finally, the 1992 Lincoln cent exemplifies how a small, everyday object can become a treasured artifact. Each penny carries a story of American history, craftsmanship, and the minting process. Lincoln's profile reminds collectors of his enduring legacy, while the Lincoln Memorial evokes ideals of unity, freedom, and perseverance. Rare varieties and errors add excitement and value, highlighting the intricacies of production and the occasional imperfections that make each coin unique. Collecting 1992 pennies is not only about acquiring coins, but about engaging with history, appreciating artistry, and participating in a global community of enthusiasts who share a passion for numismatics. Every discovery, every rare find, and every pristine coin adds to the richness of this pursuit, transforming simple pennies into a compelling journey through time, skill, and careful observation. Among the 1992 pennies, the rarest and most sought-after examples capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. Chief among these is the close AM variety, particularly when found in high grades and certified by reputable grading services. Coins in mint state 65 or higher are extremely rare because the vast majority of pennies from 1992 were circulated, acquiring wear and loss of luster that lowers their value. Finding an uncirculated close AM penny is a true moment of excitement, as these coins combine scarcity, condition, and subtle die differences that make them highly desirable. Collectors often seek these coins not only for their potential market value, but also for the thrill of holding a tangible piece of minting history that few others possess. Error coins from 1992 also form an elite group of collectibles. Double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and die cracks are among the most prized anomalies. A double die on the obverse, where the letters of Liberty, In God We Trust, or the year 1992 appear doubled, can transform a coin from a standard cent to a rare collector's item. Off-center strikes are equally fascinating, producing coins where Lincoln's profile or the Lincoln Memorial appears partially cut off, creating a visually striking effect. The rarity of these errors, combined with proper certification, allows them to command high prices in the marketplace. Collectors often track auction results for these coins, learning which varieties and error types are currently in demand and commanding the best premiums. Spotting rare 1992 pennies in circulation requires patience and a keen eye. Enthusiasts often examine rolls of pennies with magnification tools, comparing letter spacing, design alignment, and surface characteristics. Close AM pennies are identified by the proximity of the letters A and M in America on the reverse, while wide AM pennies show a wider gap. Subtle doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes may be apparent only under close inspection. Many collectors document their findings with photographs, detailed notes, or reference comparisons, building a personal archive of examples that demonstrate the variations found in 1992 minting. This systematic approach allows them to recognize valuable coins that might otherwise go unnoticed, turning everyday rolls of pennies into treasure hunts. The market for these rare pennies is shaped by several factors: rarity, condition, certification, provenance, and collector demand. Coins that are certified and graded by PCGS, NGC, or similar organizations carry credibility that private sales often cannot match. Provenance, such as inclusion in a notable collection or prior documentation, can further enhance a coin's value. Collectors track these factors closely, monitoring auction results and online marketplaces to determine fair pricing and potential investment opportunities. Rare 1992 pennies in top condition can command prices far above face value, with some exceptional error coins reaching into the thousands of dollars. Stories of unusual finds add to the allure of collecting 1992 pennies. There are numerous accounts of collectors discovering a close AM or error penny in a roll obtained from a bank, turning a small investment into a significant gain. Some enthusiasts have spent years sifting through circulation coins, gradually building collections of high-grade examples that later achieve remarkable prices at auction. These tales illustrate the thrill of numismatics, where patience, attention to detail, and knowledge of minting variations can transform an ordinary coin into a prized collectible. Each discovery tells a story, not only about the coin itself, but about the collector's journey, observation skills, and understanding of the historical context. The broader significance of the 1992 penny extends beyond monetary value. Each coin represents a moment in history, capturing the intersection of artistry, minting technology, and everyday life. Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial connect collectors to American heritage, while rare varieties and errors highlight the intricacies of coin production. Collecting these pennies allows enthusiasts to engage directly with history, observe the subtleties of minting, and participate in a global community of numismatists who share a passion for discovery. In this way, even a 1-cent coin becomes a window into the past, a tool for learning, and a source of personal satisfaction and excitement. The 1992 Lincoln cent reminds us that collecting is about more than just monetary gain. It is about understanding history, appreciating craftsmanship, and embracing the challenge of discovery. Whether it is a close AM penny, a double die, an off-center strike, or another unique error, each coin has a story to tell. Collectors who study these details gain insight into the minting process, the artistry of coin design, and the subtle variations that distinguish ordinary pennies from rare collectibles. Every coin, no matter how small, carries significance, connecting us to the past while offering opportunities for education, enjoyment, and even investment. As we reach the final part of our journey through the world of the 1992 Lincoln cent, it becomes clear that this small coin carries far more significance than its 1-cent face value suggests. From the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse to the detailed Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, every element of the coin tells a story of history, artistry, and precision minting. While most 1992 pennies remain in everyday circulation, quietly exchanging hands for decades, a small fraction, close AM varieties, double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare anomalies, have captured the attention of collectors around the world, achieving remarkable value and recognition. The market for 1992 pennies continues to thrive because of the careful interplay of rarity, condition, and collector knowledge. Coins that are uncirculated, certified, and exhibit rare die varieties consistently attract interest, often commanding prices far above their face value. Collectors pay attention not only to close AM and wide AM distinctions, but also to subtler mint errors and production anomalies. The thrill of discovery, the excitement of finding a high-grade or error coin in a roll from the bank, or recognizing a rare specimen in a collection, adds depth and richness to the hobby. Each find is a testament to the collector's patience, expertise, and attention to detail. Preservation, certification, and authentication remain the cornerstones of ensuring long-term value. Handling coins properly, storing them in protective holders, and understanding environmental factors such as humidity and light exposure all contribute to maintaining their condition. Certification by trusted grading services provides an added layer of assurance, allowing collectors to confidently buy, sell, or trade high-value coins. A certified 1992 close AM penny or error coin is more than just a collectible. It is a verified piece of history with tangible market value, bridging the gap between historical appreciation and investment. The broader appeal of the 1992 penny lies not only in its potential market value, but also in its connection to American history and artistry. Abraham Lincoln's image, first introduced on the cent in 1909, serves as a reminder of leadership, perseverance, and the enduring ideals of the United States. The Lincoln Memorial on the reverse honors his legacy and evokes national principles of unity and freedom. For collectors, these coins offer a hands-on connection to history, a way to study subtle details of minting, and an opportunity to appreciate the craftsmanship involved in creating something so small, yet so meaningful. Stories of notable finds continue to inspire collectors. Tales of discovering a rare close AM penny in a roll, spotting an off-center strike or double die, or acquiring a coin with impeccable provenance illustrate the excitement and satisfaction inherent in the hobby. Each coin has the potential to tell a unique story, reflecting both the history of its creation and the journey it takes through collectors' hands. This narrative aspect elevates the hobby beyond mere accumulation, creating a sense of purpose, learning, and connection with history. For those interested in building their own 1992 penny collection, the key takeaways are patience, education, and attention to detail. Study references, examine coins carefully, seek professional certification for high-value specimens, and connect with other collectors to exchange knowledge and insights. Recognize that not every coin will be rare or valuable, but every coin has a story and the potential to teach you something about minting, history, and collecting. The joy is as much in the journey as it is in the coins themselves. In conclusion, the 1992 Lincoln cent represents a fascinating intersection of history, artistry, and numismatics. From the common circulated pennies to the rarest close AM, double die, or off-center strike varieties, each coin offers something unique. Collectors who invest time in studying, preserving, and appreciating these coins gain not only potential financial rewards, but also a deeper connection to history, an understanding of minting processes, and the thrill of discovery. The 1992 penny may seem small and ordinary at first glance, but to those who look closely, it reveals a rich tapestry of stories, craftsmanship, and opportunity to sow. Whether you are a beginner just learning to spot the subtle differences between close AM and wide AM, an experienced collector seeking the rarest error coins, or someone fascinated by the history and artistry behind American coinage, the 1992 Lincoln cent has something to offer. It is a reminder that even the smallest objects can hold immense significance, that careful observation can uncover hidden value, and that the pursuit of knowledge and discovery can turn a simple penny into a treasure. Every 1992 penny in your hand is not just currency. It is a piece of history, a collector's delight, and a testament to the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln. The 1992 Lincoln cent teaches us that numismatics is more than a hobby. It is an adventure through time, skill, and human ingenuity. Each coin has a story waiting to be discovered, a mystery to be unraveled, and a history to be preserved. In the hands of a knowledgeable collector, a single penny becomes far more than its 1 cent value. It becomes a tangible connection to the past, a celebration of artistry, and a journey that can last a lifetime.